And I know that, and I'm just so excited for you. I want to first kick this off that no matter where you are, no matter what your circumstances are today, they don't define what you can create. Okay. And I hope you truly do know that it's not about your ability to go make this happen. It's about your commitment. But if you are committed to doing big things, how many of you are committed to doing big things? Like, you already know big things are coming for you, for your family. You're committed. If you have that commitment and that drive and you focus on that every single day, then you can create truly whatever you want. And so I am going to talk a little bit about really 5 things that you can do to be part of the champion circle. But you know what? Before I do, actually, I do want to do one more thing, because we did not get to have our Mojo Monday. Jen and I were traveling. And so I would love to have a few of you, if you don't mind sharing some wins that maybe you had this last week, or they can be small wins, they can be big wins. I will tell you, any win is a win. And so I would love, or even somebody in your team, if they had a win and you want to share that, I would like to just take a few minutes to let you share any wins that you would like to share really quickly. I'm going to make it so you can unmute yourself. Just click on your little mic and share any wins that you've had this last week. Does anybody want to share a win?
Morning, Mindy.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
I am doing awesome. I'm doing so good. Thanks so much for sharing.
So I was on another Mojo Monday this morning and I shared, and I have been doing the business side of this for about a week now, and I am about to make Jade myself. So I'm very excited. I love the products. I just want to scream about them from the rooftop. In 2 weeks of using the products, I'm down 6 overall inches and 5 pounds.
Wow.
So I'm using myself to show my friends
Yes.
how great these products are. And I try to hop on, all of the calls and look through all of the information that you all provide, because you make this just so easy for us. And I love learning from all you ladies. So thank you.
Thank you. I would just love if you would share really quick, because you're almost Jade. What do you think the number one thing you've been doing that has created the success? What have you been doing that?
So this is going to be an echo, but I'm going to say being consistent.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, and learning a lot more about social media than I ever knew before. I'm old.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm trying to step up my game.
Yeah, I love it. Well, I always say, I may not be the best, recruiter or anything, but consistency trumps all of that. If you are just
and I'm dedicated, so
yeah, I love it. You've got it. Great job. Okay. Anybody else want to share?
I'll share.
Oh, go ahead.
So I'm Hannah. I was actually with Mindy at the Milwaukee event, and I know we have TLA coming up, and it's super important to make sure you are dedicated and going to events, because I had lost my brother about 2 weeks prior, and it's the hardest thing I've ever done, but I was committed and I went to that event, and I actually won a coaching call with Jen Dowd. And I knew going to this event was going to change my business. I wasn't exactly for sure how, but I'm so glad I went. So make sure we are going to events, guys. They're non-negotiable.
Awesome. Hannah, thank you so much for sharing. I'm so sorry about your brother.
Thank you.
But congratulations on winning that coaching call. That's exciting.
Super exciting.
Awesome. Anybody else want to share?
I will share real quick. I just wanted to let you know that I was so excited I hit Jade this morning. So I've been in the business about 6 weeks, almost 7 weeks. So, and like Kathy, I think consistency is the key. Learning, constantly learning, be open to learning, be coachable. Listen to what your upline, tells you to do. It's happening, and it's exciting.
Awesome. Tina,
Thanks for a lot today.
congratulations. Everybody give Tina some love. Give her some love. Congrats.
Thanks, everyone.
So excited for you. All right. Well, we're going to go right into the 5 things that each and every one of you can do and should do every single day to be in the champion circle. How many of you are so excited about this opportunity to go and run for something, this challenge that you can take on? And if those of you who don't know what the champion circle is, okay, I'm just going to really quickly tell you. This is something where we are looking for the people in Trinot that want to win, that are committed, that are ready to take action. And really the ones that follow this, there is no reason why you can't be a diamond and above and really create whatever you want. How many of you would love to know what it takes really to be a diamond and to make things happen and the things you've got to do every single day? Well, I will tell you, if you run for Champion Circle, okay, then and you just make a commitment to get there, then you can set yourself up for diamond. And what I will tell you is, if you make this happen, but then you also help 3 people in your team do this with you, okay? So 1 person in each line also gets in the champion circle. You're setting yourself up at TLA to go diamond. Really, you could do it by the end of the year or beginning of next year and create that life, that you want to live and really make it happen. And so I would challenge you or tell you, if you want to get diamond done, like, run for champion circle and help 3 people in your team do it with you. How many of you get excited about that, just to do that? Okay. Are you excited about that? Okay, awesome. So let's talk about the 5 things that you should do daily to make it happen. And what I can tell you, okay. Oh, I first need to tell you what Champion Circle is. I forgot to tell you that. Okay, so if you sponsor 10 people by September 30th, okay, and this was actually retroactive, I think, starting June 20th or 25th. Somebody dropped that in the chat, exactly the day that it backdated, okay? But if you sponsor 10 people and each of those 10 people do at least 100 PV when they join, okay? Okay, June 25th. I thought it was June 25th. Thank you, Terry. So back to June 25th, moving forward, if you sponsor 10 people that do at least 100 PV when they join, okay? And then you yourself do 200 PV starting this month, every single month, and you go to TLA, okay? Then you can qualify for this champion circle. And what this is really, it's highlighting the ones that are making it happen. There's going to be some recognition. You're going to get to wear a jersey on the swag day. Swag day is when we wear our Trinot gear. And so you'll get to wear this special jersey that you can only get by being in the champion circle. And just be recognized as one of our top producers on their way to making it happen, and really showing everybody that you're committed, you're making it happen. And, get your teams excited about this, because this will be a huge opportunity for you to see who's committed, who's making it happen in your teams. Okay, so let's talk about the 5 things that you've got to do to truly, explode this. First of all, you got to attack your day every single day, and attack it with purpose and being intentional. Now, many years ago, when I first got in this industry, my first 4 months, I really struggled. And I really believe that the reason why I struggled is because I didn't have a plan of action every single day. In fact, I wasn't treating it like a multi-million-dollar business. I was treating it like a hobby, which meant that I built it on convenience. I'd jump on some calls when it was convenient for me. I would connect with people when it was convenient for me. But if I had like, other activities going on in my life, maybe a family party, or I had, other events, I would make those be excuses as to why I wasn't building my business. And bottom line, you got to think about this. If you owned a multi-million-dollar business, wouldn't every day you have to be at the office at a certain time every single day to open up the doors, to get the sales, to make it happen, right? With my other companies, in fact, we were in the franchise world many years ago. If I didn't show up to the office, guess what? Nobody was getting paid, right? And eventually I was going to have to shut that business down and I could lose everything because we put so much into that business. So of course, every day I went to the office and I worked on that business. Now, a lot of times what people do is they get started in this industry and they treat it like a hobby. And, they kind of build it on, well, my kids have this basketball game, so I'm going to go to the basketball game, but tomorrow I'll work on my business. Oh man, the dishes are piled high today, so I'm going to get all of my stuff done in my house. And then tomorrow I'm going to start and attack the business. The problem is for me anyway, my first 4 months, tomorrow really never came, right? And I would jump on a call like this and I'd get super excited. And I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm going to get rock, solid, started, committed. And maybe for a couple of days I would build, and then I would get overwhelmed because I would, have distractions and different things that would happen, and I would lose momentum. And it wasn't until, you heard from several of the people here, it was all about consistency, right? It was all about having a purpose and making it happen. When I finally decided and made a committed decision, see, once you make a committed decision to do something, the universe will respond. The people will come to you, the ideas will come to you, the resources will come to you, and also the posture will come to you to go and attack the day and go and make big things happen. And for me, that's exactly what happened. Okay. When I made a committed decision, we went from struggling for 4 months with only 12 people on our team to within 60 days, we had over 300 people join our organization. We rose to the top very quickly and built a multi-million-dollar business. So it's about your commitment. It's about you attacking your day with purpose. See, it's hard to hit a target if you don't have a goal, right? And so have daily goals. So for me, when I first made a commitment that I was going to build a multi-million-dollar business, that I was going to be a top producer in this industry, the number one thing that I did is I decided how many presentations I was going to do every single day and how many connections or invites I was going to make every single day. And so do you have a target, a goal for the day? Okay, maybe you have weekly goals, maybe you have monthly goals, but do you have a daily goal? This is so important. Like, how many people are you going to invite to see Tranant every day? And how many presentations? Now, when I say presentations, I mean like Facebook Lives. Okay, so how many Facebook Lives for you or in your team? And if you don't have a team yet, okay, then it's all about you doing a Facebook Live or you doing some stories and then inviting 10 people a day, right? Until you have a team. But then when you have a team, like going in and doing presentations and invites and all of those things. So set daily goals. Here's what I can tell you. A person on a mission can never be stopped. I want you to write this down. This is really important. A person on a mission, you on a mission cannot be stopped. And what happened for me is people saw a difference in me. See, when you have that purpose, when you have that knowing of exactly where you're going, that confidence, right? Because you're committed and you know exactly what you're creating. People only want to follow you. People follow strength, not weakness. And so if you're struggling right now, maybe you're connecting with people, but you're just hesitant and you have that fear about it, or maybe you're worried about what people are going to think or what people are going to say. See, that was me, by the way. Okay. I was so worried about what people were thinking about me, other people's opinions, and it stopped me from having success. I want you to know, if you feel that fear, then actually that just means you're onto something big. It means that you are on a path to growth. If it feels uncomfortable, if it feels scary, run to the danger every single day. Okay, run to the danger. Every top leader, every top producer, every successful person will tell you that in order to get to the next level of your life, then you've got to run through that uncomfortable feeling. In fact, Kevin Hart says this best. He says, that uncomfortable feeling that you're feeling, that is actually the dragon that's guarding the gold to your life. You got to attack that dragon every single day. You just got to face the fear and do it anyway. I was listening to, and if you don't have this book, I recommend it. It's kind of like, if you know Perry Mason, okay, this is an attorney that he actually talks about how to win your case, but it's really good for closing. It's really good for all kinds of things. It's called Win Your Case by Gerry Spence. Anyway, he talks about how fear is kind of like that pack of dogs, okay? You have a pack of dogs that are chasing you down. And if you run from that pack of dogs, they are going to chase you down until you are completely exhausted, and you're going to fall over and those dogs are just going to eat you up. Okay. But if instead you turned on those dogs and you just face that fear, those dogs are eventually, they're going to cower down and they're going to run away. See, once you face that fear, it gives you power. The power is in facing those fears every single day. So if this scares you to death, go out and talk to people. I will tell you, for me, I gained so much confidence and so much power when I just faced my fears. I'll never forget, and I'm just talking about this because that first thing is just knowing exactly what you want, having purpose, having that daily goal and then attacking it every single day. But, in the very beginning, you just have to know I was scared to death to go connect with people. In fact, my mentor said, listen, here's what we're going to do. We are going to all get together and we're going to go out and get customers. Now, back then, 18 years ago, we made phone calls. We weren't like, doing voice texts or messaging people or anything like that. It was all phone calls because we didn't even have text messaging back then. Okay. So I'm aging myself big time. But we all got together and my mentor said, bring your list of names and let's just start calling people. You guys, I was so scared. The fear had eaten me up. Okay. I was so scared that I literally for 2 hours ran from the dogs. I literally for 2 hours pretended to make phone calls in that room with all of these people because I was so scared. And consequently, guess what? I left with 0 customers and frustrated and crying and worried about my life. How many of you are like me at one time where you worry about something forever and ever and ever, right? And it's like you're running from these dogs, right? And to exhaustion. And then you finally turn on it and you're just like, it just gives you power. Here's what happened for me. 3.5 weeks later, after worrying about it, not doubting myself and not getting any customers or business partners because I wasn't doing anything, right? Instead, I was just thinking about it. I just decided I'm just going to do this. And I just faced the fear and I started making calls. And within 2 hours, I got 20 customers because I faced the fear. And you know what power that gave me? First of all, I realized, oh my gosh, I can do this. It gave me 100% belief that I could do this. I could go make this happen. And it gave me more posture. It gave me more confidence and excitement. And it took my life to another level because I faced the fear. And so just face it every single day, like eat the ugly frog first. There's a great book out there called Eat the Ugly Frog First, but just look at that list, call the sharpest person that you possibly can on your list, reach out, send a video or a voice text to, the scariest person right away, make it happen, and you will conquer those fears. Okay, so attack your day with purpose. That's number one. You got to know exactly what you're creating. Who are you reaching out to? What are you doing? And how many people are you going to reach out to? Don't let your head hit the pillow until you get that done. Okay, the second thing is, in this business, a lot of people ask, what is the work in this business? It's talking to people. Bottom line, the more people that you talk to, the more people that you connect with, guess what? The more money you're going to make. Your net worth is a direct reflection of your network. So are you being a professional friend getter every single day? And are you connecting with people and growing that list? Okay, first of all, you have no excuses. There are 4.8 billion people online that you can connect with. And I want to tell you a little secret, okay? I have been able to build 2 multi-million-dollar businesses in this space. I was a preschool teacher before this, you guys. I was not super connected. In fact, I live in Boise, Idaho. It's this small little area compared to the rest of the world, okay? In fact, I think our entire state of Idaho has 1.5 million people in the entire state of Idaho, and it's a big state, okay? I mean, lots of miles, I should say. Okay, but I don't live in a big city. I'm not super connected. My biggest vacation was Jackson Hole, Wyoming, which is a drive 8 hours away. Never been to Disneyland, never been out of the country. Like, it wasn't like I had all these connections when I got started. So I'm just here to give all of you hope. And I want to tell you another thing, just another little secret. When I got started, my whole family thought I was crazy to do this. How many of you have people around you, maybe they're close friends, family members, that think maybe you're a little crazy to be in this industry? Just, let me know if I'm not the only one, okay? But my whole family thought I was crazy. And I remember getting on calls like this, and I would hear people that just exploded in the business right away. And I thought, well, I can't even get my sister to do this. I can't get my dad to do this. My dad thinks I'm crazy. He told me that everybody in network marketing doesn't make any money except for the people at the top. My brother laughed at me when I got started. My sister told me that she knew people that did this and they never made any money. How many of you have heard some of these things from people, right? And so when I first got started, I remember feeling like, well, who am I going to go talk to? I've already talked to everybody that I know. Here's what I will tell you. The story that you're telling yourself, guess what? You're going to live out. So what are you telling yourself every single day? If you're telling yourself that you don't know anybody and that you don't have anybody to connect with, then guess what? That's going to be your life. What comes into our mind comes into our life. The stories that we tell ourselves, that is what we play out in our life every single day. Now, what I love about this is that we can change the story. See, whatever you have created in your life today, you actually created it. It's the script that you wrote. It's the story that you told. It's what you decided your life was going to be. Okay? But the great thing is that you can change that script. Today, you can just decide, you know what? I am super connected. I know lots of people. I have a multi-million-dollar business that expands all across the globe. I'm a sharp, successful business person. I am making things happen. So you decide that's who you are. And it wasn't until I made that decision, I made a decision to win. I made a decision that it doesn't matter what's happened in my past. What happens is what I'm doing moving forward. Today is a new day. I am writing a new script. I am making it happen. And like I said in the beginning, once you make a definite decision, the universe responds. The resources will come to you. The people will come to you. The ideas will come to you. And here's what happened for me. So in the beginning, my first 4 months, I kept saying to my mentors, to myself, I don't know anybody. I've gone through and I've talked to everybody on my list. Nobody wants to do this with me. And guess what? Consequently, that was my results, right? But then I decided, you know what? I'm making a new story. I made a commitment. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this in a big way. I'm not going to worry about my dad, my sister, my brother, all these people that thought I was crazy. And I am going to go find the people that want to do this with me. And once I made that commitment, guess what? Ideas started coming to me. In fact, I came up with 40 new names of people that I had never even thought of before. It was like it didn't happen until I made a commitment, right? And these people were not like super close to me, but they were acquaintances and they were people that I could go connect with. Here's another thing, an idea came to me. See, because ideas come to you when you decide to do something. Nothing can stop you when you make a dedicated commitment. An idea came to me that, you know what, there are business shows out there. In fact, there's home shows that I used to do all the time with our franchise. And these were like hungry business vendors that would be at these shows that wanted to make things happen, that wanted to make sales. And I thought I should go to those shows. And I did. I went to those shows, and this was before social media. Now you can just go into social media and you can connect with people, and we'll talk about that. But I went to those shows. I went to one show actually that was a 2-day show. And I just went around and I grabbed business cards from the business vendors. I didn't talk to them about an opportunity. I actually just connected with them. Like I said, connections are so important. Getting your names list strong. Okay, networking. This is important. You can do this online, you can do this offline, but you want to, first of all, think of the people you already know. Okay, because people are going to do business with you once they know you, like you, and trust you. So you already have people that already know you, like you, and trust you. Get to those people first. But don't wait around for those people like I did for my first 4 months. Connect with other people. So here's what I did. I actually went to a business show or a home show, grabbed a bunch of business cards, came back with a stack of business cards. And then once the show was over, a couple days later, I started calling them. And I said things like this. Listen, Hannah, I connected with you at the show. You probably don't remember me, but you came across as a sharp business person. I'm going to ask you a crazy question. Do you keep your business options open? And I just kept asking that question. Some said no. Some said yes. Some said maybe. I made connections. I was able to make things happen. And you know, one of our strongest legs came from a home show contact. And it wasn't because I thought of that in the beginning. It was because I first made a definite decision I was going to go do something big. Then the idea of going to the home show came. Then the 40 new names came to me. All right. So every single day, be connecting with people. Make sure that you are always adding to your names list and you're not just going over the same people over and over, but you're adding to that list. How can you connect online? You know, friend request 10, 15 people a day. And then don't just friend request them, but like follow them. See, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Don't you love it when people support you online? Don't you love it when they love on your post, when they comment on your post and it's a sincere comment? It's not just like a copy and paste. Like, you know, that they actually meant what they said to you. Like they saw you, Tina, and they said, oh my gosh, Tina, I love what you're doing. And they said something specific about that post, right? Don't you love it? So do that with the people, okay? Connect with them, like love on their posts, comment on it, and then send them a friend request. And then send them a little message in Messenger and say, hey, I love your vibe, or I love whatever you love about them. I love your passion for health. I just sent you a friend request. I would love to connect. Become a professional friend getter add to your list every single day. This is huge, but don't go down the scroll roll. How many of you have ever got caught up in the scroll roll? You're like, oh my gosh, that was such a great video. And then you start going in and like pretty soon you're looking at memes, you're sending memes out to people, you're laughing and you're getting entertained instead of actually being focused on what you should create. So here's what I recommend. Grab your phone and a timer for 15 minutes. Okay, say for 15 minutes, I'm going to connect. Be 100% intentional to connect. Now, this is not when you're asking them about, talking to them about Tranat. This is when you're becoming a professional friend getter for 15 minutes. Okay, friend request people, connect, network, that kind of a thing. But only 15 minutes. Once the timer goes off, stop. Okay, so that you don't end up down the scroll roll and 2 hours later, you didn't get anything done. Does this make sense? Okay, so connect every single day. The third thing is we got to invite. Now, I made a goal when I got 100% committed to invite 10 people a day to look at the opportunity. And I wouldn't let my head hit the pillow until I invited 10 people a day. And then I got our team doing the same thing. I want you to think about this. If you invited 10 people a day to look at Tranat, like 10 people a day, you just said, listen, Lisa, I love your vibe. I love, the motivation that you put out there. And you're sincere about telling them what you love about them. I'm just going to ask you a crazy question, Lisa. I'm working on a project that is expanding in a major way. I'm looking for key people like yourself that are committed, driven. Do you keep your business options open? If you just ask that 10 times a day, and well, if you did that 10 times a day, in 7 days, you would have 70 people that you connected with. That not you connected with, that you asked the question, right? That you said, do you keep your business options open? Times 4, 70 times 4, that would be 280 contacts in a month. Don't you think out of 280 contacts, you could probably sponsor 10 people or more? Now think about this. If you did that, and then you helped 3 people in your team do that. So you did this for July and August, and then you helped 3 people in your team do this in September. Well, guess what? You've got at least 3 champion circle people, okay, in 3 lines. You go to the event, you are set up for diamond. Who gets excited about that? I hope you get excited about that. Like, you can do it. You can totally do it. I hope you know you can do that. Okay. So every day be inviting, every single day. And here's what I would do with that. Set a timer again. Never take an excuse that you don't have time. Okay, you have 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here, 20 minutes here. Set a timer and say, okay, for the next 15 minutes, I am 100% hyper-focused on inviting, and I am not going to stop. Okay, so 15 minutes. Well, first of all, it takes you 20 seconds to ask that question. If somebody timed me right now, how long does it take to say, Lisa, I've been watching you. I love your vibe. I love your commitment to what you are doing. I'm working on a project that is massive. I'm looking for key people like yourself. I'm going to ask you a crazy question. Do you keep your business options open? How long did that take me to do that? I don't know if anybody timed that, but it was probably 30 seconds or less. To ask 10 people that, it doesn't take even 15 minutes. Does this make sense? So don't take your excuse that we don't have time. We have time. We just have to make the time to ask the questions, to do the work. Okay. Now, step number 4, you want to market yourself, and online, this is important. Okay. So add value every single day. Now you notice I have this in this order for a reason. The reason why I have this in the order is because if you only have time to do one thing, then the invitation is the most important, okay? Inviting, asking the question for them to look at an opportunity. That's what's going to make you money in this. But these other things help make it happen, right? If you don't make those connections every single day, pretty soon you run out of the people to go ask the question to. Does this make sense? And marketing yourself is also part of that, because when you ask that question, they're going to look at your profile and see, well, who is this person? Like, or I mean, when you friend request them, they're going to look at your profile and they're going to see, are you somebody that I want to be connected to? And you got to know that you attract to you who you are. And so people are going to be looking at you to see the value that you can add to them. We're all pretty selfish, really. I mean, if you really think about it, people don't follow you because you have cute kids, even though I know all of you have really cute kids or grandbabies. Okay. I know I do. I think I have the cutest ones, just like you think you have the cutest ones, right? But people don't follow me because I have cute grandbabies. They follow me because of whatever value I give to them. Your income is a direct reflection of the value you give to the marketplace. So what value can you give? You know, like when you learn something, share it with people. Every day, be sharing tips and tools in your arena. Okay, what are some of the strengths that you have? Share that with people. Add value. And if you don't believe that you have value, I promise you, your superpower is the uniqueness that is already inside of you. Okay, you have a unique gift that nobody else can share but you. So find that gift and every single day share. A mentor told me many years ago, a big influencer on Instagram, and she was helping me grow my Instagram. And when I learned this, my Instagram exploded. But she said the key is every day when you make a post, make sure it's always adding value. And think of 3 words or things that you can do for other people. So for example, she is funny. So one of the things that she is really good at is making people laugh. And she loves to do that. And so one of the things, she would look at a post, and before she would post it, she would say, okay, is this making them laugh, or is this making them this or this? You know, she had 3 words. For me, one of my words was, does this inspire? Okay, because I love to inspire people, because I know where I was so many years ago. I know if I can have success, anybody can have success. So inspire, does it help them believe in themselves, right? Or does this post help them grow? Because I love personal growth and it's my passion. And so does it help them grow, or does it help them believe in themselves? It's got to be one of the 3 words that you come up with. Okay. But think about that when you market yourself every single day. And again, set the timer. Don't spend hours and hours on this. Just take a picture. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be authentically you, and add value. Okay. Take 15 minutes to do that every day. And then last, but definitely not least, close and follow up. This is key. Follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. Some of my biggest producers that have ever come in our organization is because I followed up with them for weeks, not just like one time, but weeks and weeks. And so every day, be connecting and following up. Now, if this makes you nervous, I'm going to give you a few tips on follow-up. Okay. So first of all, you have to know that people follow strength, not weakness. We talked about this, right? And there's really only 3 reasons why somebody won't join. And it's not because they don't have the money. It's not because they don't have the time. They're going to tell you that, right? That they're probably going to tell you, oh, I don't have any money, or I don't have any time. So how do you conquer that? Well, first of all, if they don't have any money, that's exactly why they need to do this. If they don't have any time, that's exactly why they need to do this. This is an incredible way to leverage yourself, right? But those are just like surface excuses that people will give. There's only 3 main reasons why somebody doesn't join. And I want you to write this down. Number 1 is they don't believe that they can do it. Belief is the main ingredient that you have to have, and you've got to instill in another person to get them to go out and do something. I will tell you, the only reason that I am where I am today is because somebody else believed in me more than I believed in myself. And so there are 4 words that can change somebody's life. And that is, I believe in you. Make sure that you're telling them, I believe in you. You can absolutely do this. And then notice the strengths they have as to why they could be so good at this. Okay, this is really important. So if they say to you, I don't have the money, then this is what you're going to say to them. Oh my gosh, that's exactly why you need to do this. Listen, if I can show you a way that, we can make an extra $1,000 to $2,000 in the next couple of weeks, are you and I running now? And then show them how they can make that income. Get to Jade, get that $1,000 rank retention bonus, right? Earn those launch bonuses. There's no reason why in the next couple of weeks, you and I can't make that happen. Let me show you a plan on how we're going to do that. And then if they say to you, well, I don't have any time, you're going to say, that's exactly why you need to do this. This is an incredible way for you to leverage yourself. What if you had 10 people out there making it happen for you and your family? What if it was 20 or 30, not just you by yourself? What if you had 100 people? That's the power of what we're talking about here. This is an incredible way for you to leverage yourself. Get them excited about that. Now, here's the thing. They're going to give you those excuses and you're going to run through them. But then it might get to a point where have you ever talked to somebody and it's like, you feel like you went through it, but then they're still not signing. Okay. Here's what you say. Tina, what is holding you back? What's holding you back? I know you would be amazing at this. And then maybe they might say, well, I don't have the money. Then you're going to go through that. I don't have the time. And then maybe they're going to say, I'm not a salesperson. That's when they're telling you, I don't believe that I can do it. And that's when you say, you don't have to be a salesperson to do this. You just have to be passionate about changing your life. You have to be passionate about your health and the things that you want to create and other people. Wouldn't you love to be able to help people change their life? You don't have, if you've ever gone to a great movie and you told somebody about it, then you can do this because you just get passionate about this. You're going to want to share this with everybody you love. Okay, so get to the core as to why. So one of the reasons is belief. The other reason why somebody doesn't believe that they can do it is that they don't think they're going to have support. So why is it so important for you to connect with people and follow up with people every single week or every single day, which I'm going to give you my cadence really quick, is because you're showing them that you're going to support them. Right? And that they're going to see, oh my gosh, well, I know that there's no reason that I should have any reason to think I'm not going to have support. Like Lisa's showing up in my inbox every single day. Like she's making this happen with or without me. And I want to do this with her. You're showing them that you're going to support them. The third reason why somebody doesn't join is because we didn't solve their problem. Now, do you think that people have problems out there? What are the top 2 problems people have? Their health and their finances, right? Those are the 2 things that people worry about in the middle of the night. It's either their health or somebody else's health, or their finances or somebody else's finances. And so show them how you can solve those problems. Now, how do you find out what their problem is? You have to listen to them. If you get them talking long enough and you ask enough questions, they're going to tell you exactly what their problems are. You could say, what gets you excited about this? What would you love to create here? And then they may at first say, well, I love the collagen, or I love the idea of this daily health system. I think this is amazing. But that's not the reason why they're going to run. Okay. So just understand that they're going to be excited about it, But to get them to connect and go build a multi-million-dollar business, they're not going to do it just because they thought that the collagen was really exciting or that the daily health system is going to be, a game changer for them. They'll take the product, but don't you want people that are out there making it happen and taking action? So what you got to do is you got to dig deeper. If they say, I love the daily health system, say that is awesome. I do too. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, you're going to love it. It's going to change your life, girl. Seriously. But let me ask you a question. What gets you excited? What would you love to create here at Turn On? Here's the thing. You're going to start taking this daily health system. You're going to love it and you're going to want to share it with everybody you love. What would you love to change in your life, or what would you like to create in your life? What gets you excited? And they might say, well, man, this is totally crazy. And I'm really thinking out there, but I would love to be able to quit my job and be home with my kids and go and, explore the world. Get them dreaming, you guys. Get them thinking big, because it's not until they're thinking big and they're thinking about, the big things that they can change in their life that they're going to go do something, and everybody's going to be different. See, here's what I'm going to tell you. Some dreams are going to be, I want to give to this charity. I would love to go to Africa and work in this orphanage and you can see, when you see their eyes light up, then you know you got them. Or they might say, you know what? I want a red Ferrari. Be excited about that. Or they might say, I want to pay off my house, or I want to get out of debt. When they go there, then get more detailed. Say, well, how much money do we need to make to pay off that debt? What do we got to do to make that happen? Get in detail with their dreams and be in that dream with them to get them excited to go create it. Okay, this is part of that close. This is part of that, of getting them excited to go take action. This is so, so important. Okay, so some key things to get them talking is, what's holding you back? If I could show you a way to create it, are you and I running now? If they say to you, I would just love to make an extra $5,000 a month. Let me show you how we can make that happen. Let me show you what we can do to do this. Okay. But talk to them about these things. That's how you get through the surface things and actually dig deep into the meat and making it happen. Okay, so every day, close and follow up. Now, here's my follow-up cadence, and then we're going to go. But this is really important because a lot of people don't follow up because they don't know how much to follow up. They don't know what to say, all the things. Okay, so first of all, I let them know I'm going to follow up with them before they even get on the overview. So if I send them a video, or if I say, hey, let's jump on the overview tonight at 6 o'clock to watch this, or whatever, I'm going to say, listen, and then right after, let's get on a call. When are you going to watch that video? I don't send them a video, by the way, until I find out when they're going to watch it. And I tell them, listen, as soon as you get done watching it, I set up a call as to when I'm going to follow up with them. So I'm there to answer any questions they have. So I say, listen, I know you're going to love this. I'm so excited for you. I can't even stand it. So let's set up a time that we can talk right after, and I can answer any questions you have on any of this. And then we set the time up before we even have the first appointment. Okay, this is important. Now, if you haven't done that, it's okay. But the first follow-up, I'm going to reach out. Now, sometimes they're there, but how many of you have ever had some no-shows? Any no-show follow-ups? Okay, or am I the only one that people flake on? Okay, we get flakes, right? And it's okay. I was a flake. Actually, I want you to know, for my first 6 weeks that my brother-in-law was trying to get me in this industry, I was the flake. I didn't show up because it wasn't that important to me. But it wasn't that I didn't love my brother-in-law. I didn't think he was, I wasn't bothered by him. That's the thing you got to know. I actually loved it when he reached out to me because it made me feel like, oh, he really cares about me. Man, he's really dedicated to this. Boy, he thinks this is important, right? Even though I didn't really respond to him, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, man, he's doing something. He's excited about it. Gosh, maybe I should look at this. These were all thoughts that were going through my head. Okay, so if somebody feels like or if it feels like somebody's avoiding you, they're not avoiding you. They're actually, they don't know what to tell you. Like, first of all, Trinot's just not their 100% priority right now. They're doing other things, right? And you haven't made it their priority yet. And so your job is to show them your commitment. Your job is to show them by reaching out to them, show them you care about them, show them that you love them. Like, this is all really important for you to do. Okay. Okay. But anyway, so the first contact, or the first follow-up is simply, if they don't answer, okay, so, or they don't show up on the Zoom, I'm going to send them a voice text or a video. And I'm going to say something like, Vicki, oh my gosh, girl, I know you would kill this. I'm so sad we didn't get connected. I'm sure you have other things going on and I totally get it, but girl, we got to talk because this is exploding. Like, show them your excitement. Okay. And make sure it's a voice text or a video or a phone call, you know, that you leave a voice text, because they need to hear your voice. They need to hear that excitement. But anyway, I just say, listen, I know, Vicki, you would kill this. Now, if you know something about them that you've been watching them online, by the way, even online, you can see one of their strengths just by how they show up, right? I see your commitment to what you're creating. I see your drive. I see your passion for help. I see, you know, your authenticity. I see how incredible you are with people. You put those skills into this, you would kill this. Okay. So recognize and give them a strength that, you know, because that's going to instill belief in them. The second thing is say, I am so excited. You and I, we could kill this together. Okay. I'm doing this with or without you. I'd rather do this with you. So they know that you're going to support them. Okay. Because remember, that's another reason. And then the third thing is, if you know a reason why they would want to do this, like if they've already told you, look, I'd love to just be able to quit my job and be home with my babies, then I'm going to add that. I'm going to say, Vicki, listen, and there is no reason why you can't quit your job and be home with your babies. We could make this happen. You and I need to talk. Call me ASAP. Let's talk. So that's going to be my voice text. Now, if we get on a Zoom at that time, right, then I'm just going to, again, I'm going to peel through the layers. I'm going to talk to them. And I'm going to make sure I instill those three things. And I'm going to draw out a game plan for them and get them excited. Okay. Now, the second, within 24 hours of when I left that voice text, I'm going to do another one. Okay. The first 4 days, you should be connecting with them every 24 hours at least. Okay. Just, they need to hear you. They need to see your excitement. They need to know that you care about them. So the next voice text, if they don't answer the next time, okay, 24 hours later, I'm going to send them, well, and if we haven't set anything up, I'm going to send them another voice text. Okay. And it's, or a video. Videos are so amazing, or voice text, but I'm going to say, listen, I'm not giving up on you. I know you would be amazing at this. We could run. Big things are happening. Let's talk ASAP. My third one is going to be more humorous, like, okay, you're making me feel like a stalker, right? On my third 24 hours, you're making me feel like a stalker, but like I told you, I am not giving up on you. So please call me. We have to talk ASAP. Like, this is huge. Then the fourth voice text is going to say, okay, I'm a little worried about you. We haven't connected. Is everything okay? Listen, I know you would be amazing. Let's talk. You know, big things are about to happen. Okay. And then every week after that, okay, so the first 4 days, every 24 hours I do. And then every week after that, on the dot, every week, you stay consistent and keep following up. Now, show up in different ways when you follow up. One could be, you know, another thing I've said, listen, are you screening my calls? I know that you would be amazing at this. We've got to talk. Please call me. This is huge. The next one might be, listen, I've been thinking about you, girl. There is a gal that is just like you. Try to connect them with somebody in your upline. Like, go into Prosper. I don't have the Prosper magazine right here, but go into Prosper magazine and look at some of your upline and who could they connect with and get them on a call with them? Schedule a Zoom with them. This is huge too. Another way that every week be connecting with them. And you have to know, guess what? If they haven't told you no yet, then you still got to reach out to them. Okay, this is really important. If they tell you no, guess what? No doesn't mean never. No just means not right now, because things change in people's lives. And so what I do, if they tell me no, I'm going to say, you know what? I totally get it. Timing is everything in business, but I want you to know I love staying connected with sharp people or passionate people into health, whatever you know about them, right? I love being connected with them. Is it okay? Because I know things change and timing is everything. Is it okay if I reach back out to you in the next 3 more months or so? Is that okay if we just connect again? I just ask permission for that. And they say, of course. Then say, okay, great. And put them on a schedule in your phone that you're going to reach back out to them in 3 months. As you can see, follow-up is the key for you to have success. So you guys, let's go make it happen. I am so excited for each and every one of you. How many of you are ready to rock and roll? You are going to be in the champion circle. You're committed to following these 5 things every single day. You're going to make it happen. I will tell you, if you even do a 5th of what I just told you, you can create the life of your dreams. You will be a top producer in this industry, but you gotta be consistent. Just be consistent no matter what. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make it happen. And I promise you, big things are about to happen for you. So thank you so much for joining me. And I will see all of you at all of our events we have going on tonight. We have top producer Red Diamond, Mr. Jeff Belleville, doing our overview at, gosh, I got to think about this, 6 p.m. Pacific time. So you get the people in front of him. He's going to sign them up. And then tomorrow night, me and Miss Lori Allen, top producing Diamond. By the way, she went Diamond in her first 10 months. She is a rock star in our industry. We are going to be doing an overview tomorrow night. You get the people in front of us. We are going to sign them up. We are going to get them rocking and rolling. So, okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. And I can't wait to see all of you at all of our events. Let's go make it happen today. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.